just want to hear your experience, and I want to hear first. Let's understand what is a culture.
Culture is the way a particular set of people, tribe, race, do their thing.
Let me ask you, how's unique Black American culture?
The Black American, the typical Black American is flamboyant.
Right.
You know, confidence. You know, they want to do it. They want to take it. Top notch.
Right,
swag, extra. They want to be extra about it.
Right.
So Martin Luther King, I have a dream. I have a dream. You could have said, I have a dream that America will be a place where there's no segregation. America will be a place, but I have a dream that one day you try to
comes
from within.
So obviously we disagree with other people, whoever people talking about Black America doesn't have a culture. In our opinion, or my opinion, and Brother Wale, we agree that Black America do have a culture, and their culture is powerful.
Yeah, it is.
It's powerful. We can talk about poetry. We can talk about music.
The blacks try to take it, a step further.
Right.
Because they know that, number one, first, we're in the minority.
Here we go.
So if out of 100, you are 14 or 15,
gotta be a little extra.
You have to be a little extra to break in. This is like an advice.
Right, please.
I think the Black Americans should, show more interest in politics, in governance, in elective positions, in community service, and in government.
Welcome to Tim Podcast. And please, before we start, don't forget to tune in on Loogie Podcast and on my social media, especially YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Today I do have my brother Wale. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man. I know we're closing the year now.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate for showing up. Show some love, man.
You're welcome. Anytime.
That's what's up. Looking good too. Looking good.
Thanks so much. Cheers. Cheers from afar.
Yes, sir.
Virtual cheers.
virtual cheers. Hey, I'm gonna sip a little something.
I should too.
Dear, yes, my guy. So today I'm gonna it's been what should I say? There's a little me looking at what should I say, browsing around. I came across with some people who has their own platform or podcast or whatever you might call it. And they've been talking about African America, that do they have a culture? And according to this podcast guy, he said that they don't. African American don't have a culture.
How do you define culture? And under your definition, do Black Americans have a unique culture? Let me start here with Frank.
There is no such thing as African American culture. Like, what do you mean? Well, culture for me is not dance, food, clothing. Those are not cultures. Culture is a worldview. The worldview is what drives people. Their relationship to wealth, to money, to community, to marriage, to family. It's the worldview they have. That's the foundation of a culture.
But going any farther, I'm like, what? Let me just hook up with my Wale, my brother, Let's talk about it.
Trash it out.
Yeah, I just want to hear your experience, and I want to hear, first, let's understand what is a culture before we dive a little bit deeper.
I think, first of all, sometimes there's some words get so big to some people that they start confusing it. I feel like it is wrong to say and claim and insist that Black Americans do not have a culture.
Right.
There is no people, no race that do not have a culture. Simply put, Culture is the way a particular set of people, tribe, race, do their thing.
Right.
Their in-house style, so to speak. You know, in journalism, there's what we call in-house style. So in-house style basically means how you write your news,
Okay.
how you know, your style, your vibe.
Okay.
So every people, every race
Right.
have their own culture. If you're not saying that, well, maybe the Black Americans' culture is not as pronounced as that of the Africans, that's another thing. If you're comparing Black American culture and that of African, that's different. If you're trying to like differentiate, but to say that Black Americans doesn't have a culture, I don't think that's it's wrong. It's wrong. Basically, it's wrong. So I think Black Americans have a culture, and then of course he exists even till now. You know, me myself, you know, just sitting the way I'm sitting now, right? Is a Black American culture, right?
Word.
Because you know the people that are not Black Americans, let me not be specific. They feel like sitting and putting one leg in front, you know, and keeping the other behind is inappropriate.
Inappropriate or rude. Yeah.
You know, it's rude. Is you know. So they, but for them, you know, some people be like, "This is perfect." You know, you have to be like this. Some people be like, "This is perfect." You know, but the black American wants to sit and, you know, throw his legs, you know, comfortably and
Chill,
you know,
like, you know.
chill, like I rule the world. You know,
That's why, like,
You
they
know,
own this shit.
they only shit. You know, so it's it's wrong. It's wrong.
Right.
It's wrong.
I agree. So when I saw this guy, and he's from Africa, but I guess according to him, he's been here for God knows how long. But I thought myself, like, dude. So to me, I disagree with what he said. I know he's trying to go, you know, how should I say? What's the word I'm looking for? You know, if we go straight to the point, you get the answer. But when you're trying to go round and round and round, you're trying to justify your point, then you're trying to make people get lost along the way.
So that's why I said it's for people that say Black Americans do not have a culture. They are coming from the perspective of being a thoroughbred Asian or a thoroughbred African.
Right.
Now they're using their own yardstick to judge.
Right.
You get so they feel like if I grew up in a place where in the morning I'm from Nigeria.
Right.
I'm from Yoruba ethnic group.
Right.
In the morning, we're raised that once you're up, according to our culture, once you're up, that's culture in terms of family. I mean, you know, culture has different categories, you know.
Right.
But under the family category of culture, once you wake up in a Yoruba home, which is the setting I grew up, you need to go to where your dad is or your mom is, prostrate flat, and say, "Dad, good morning."
Really?
"Mom, good morning." That's our culture.
Right.
Right? Now, the blacks don't do that. You know, rather they be like, "Hey, Mom, what's up?" You know. Now, the typical African who feels I'm Black Americans are Black. So if you're not waking up in the morning and prostrating to your dad and saying, "Good morning, sir, good morning, ma," then you have no culture.
No.
Yeah. So where I think they're getting it wrong is trying to use their own parameters, their own yardstick to judge. Like, if you're not doing this, then you have no culture. No.
Yeah, you're right. So first, I know we dive a little bit deeper, but in my opinion, when it comes to Black American, first of all, again, this is my opinion. Picture this way. Black American, they came over from Africa or different part of Africa. And then the white man brought them here, separate them all over the place. And so they were stripped their language, their names, their culture.
Culture.
They was literally, so they have to find a way along the way to create their own culture. That's tough.
That's tough.
So picture this way: they still had whatever the culture they found when they arrived here, and then be able to create their own, even though and part of the separation is how you break.
Oh yeah,
trying to break them down.
Basically, they had to what now? They had to adjust.
Exactly.
They had to adjust.
So they found the culture here when they arrived. But guess what? They didn't
discard.
Right, or get to the whatever, the back of wagon, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Trying to take whatever the culture they had here and take and run with it. No. They went and create their own culture. Do you understand? So now, since they had to create their own culture, to me, I think that's the toughest part. To sit there and to figure out yourself and to have your own culture. Do you understand? So that part to me is not easy. I never experienced that part. And on top of that, whatever the obstacle they had throughout these years, they had their own, to the point where they've been so influenced around the world to be cool. We can talk about head to toe, the way they walk, the way they speak, the way they dress, all kind of. We can talk about that part. So to me, to overcome that, to the point where everyone else trying to cop, like to we I mean, if you go to Japan now, you see black people, or black American, no black people, black American culture. I know that it's moving a little bit. You could just hold it. But the point, the factor that for them to have that kind of influence throughout the world, I mean, come on, man, you can't beat that.
No, I think like you say rightly, kudos to the ancestors,
right?
The black ancestors, for even trying, to maintain, the culture despite the obstacles and despite the enslavement and all of that. That's why I feel like it's unfortunate and it's very sad that you find people saying, the blacks have no culture and all that, forgetting that if they had bowed to the series of obstacles that they faced and the challenges, and the problems and the issues and the evil that they faced, man, they would have thrown everything out the window, just to blend in and all that. So I think, the black American has culture. Absolutely. I mean, that can be written off, but it's just that people fail to understand that what works for you might not necessarily work for me. And then, and that's the beauty of humanity, being trying to like live with yourselves and trying to, keep up with other people despite the shortcomings and all that. So, I don't like people who hold the opinion that if as a black person, if you're not doing this, then you don't have a culture.
Right? No.
It's wrong.
No, that's definitely wrong. So when I grew up, obviously from Tanzania, and me coming from Tanzania, been to England, then come over to the States. Coming from Tanzania, where I grew up, I swear to God, whatever I was listening, even if you look at my pictures, when I was growing up, everything I was copying. I remember I used to see the magazine they called Word Up, and obviously the Ebony, and then I can't remember what's the other ones. But there was so much these magazines. I don't know where they used to come from, but obviously they come from here. But how did they get there? That's another story. But what I'm trying to say, you literally wait for. I mean, by the time it get there, it was a little bit too late in terms of So let's say now we're in December. Maybe I'll be getting the one from maybe July. You know what I mean?
Or last year, say.
Exactly. And still, whatever I was looking, the one from July, I'm going crazy. I'm looking, I'm like, wow. You know what I mean?
It's fresh.
We talking about, I don't know. I know me, I'm old school, but we're talking about Milli Vanilli. We're talking Ice Baby, what's his name? The other guy. We're talking MC Hammer. Do you know what I mean? We could talk like people like Eddie Murphy.
Talk about what's his name now? The veteran himself, Samuel Jackson.
You know,
talk about.
So there's so much, and all that stuff you literally waiting to hear or to see. I mean, I remember you see Mike Tyson, the young Mike Tyson. You know, the way he cut his hair. You see the little path. You see all that stuff, and we used to do that. We used to do like what they call the wave.
The waves, yeah.
All that come from me.
Button waves.
So all that, there's a sport wear and then there's a curly wear. So all that stuff. So to me, I was the influence. I started playing basketball when I went to high school. Play basketball. Where did I get basketball from? I didn't know. Back home, people play soccer.
Soccer, yeah.
I played soccer maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks or whatever. Someone trying to chop my legs. And I was like, hell no, can't do this shit, So, but my point, what I'm saying is, all that stuff came from here.
From here, yeah.
And we're talking long time, So I was sad to see and hear, like, what? You say Black America don't have a culture. And then not even just have a culture, the influence.
The influence.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
You see, we're talking about Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. I mean, it's crazy. We used to play basketball. We try to do the fake pass, not fake pass, but the looking the other way. You give it the pass, you do whatever, All that stuff come from here because who they are, but you have to appreciate where they came from to the point where they didn't take whatever the culture was here. They had to create their own culture.
They had to create, yeah. They had to.
Then they
had to blend
it to them, whatever level they had to take. They took it, and then guess what? Everyone is copying as we speak now. Everybody's is copying. I mean, look at us. I mean, if I was African, I should have freaking some. I don't know, what do you call it? The blanket. Some Maasai stuff.
Yeah, Agbada.
Here we go. But yeah.
Agbada. Now you have all kinds of people, all kinds of races now wearing Air Force Ones.
Here we go.
Air Force One is a black culture. Baggy jean is a black culture.
Talk to me, man.
Spicing your food. Spicing food now in America is a black culture. Yeah, and that's why you have the white guy or the white girl goes, visiting, black friends or black neighbor, and then, on Thanksgiving or whatever day, and then takes a bite out of the turkey and chicken and is going crazy, going bananas.
Like this is really
this is really good because the blacks know how to spice the food. If it's not spiced, if it's not spiced, then it's not good food. The black culture, the Black American culture, has done a lot of influence in a wide range of area. And the thing is not just in terms of food. It's not just in terms of looks, dressing, and all of that. It cuts across.
Right.
Fashion, style, arts, entertainment. In all ramifications.
Right.
It spreads across.
Absolutely.
It spreads across.
Yeah.
So I think, but I get why some people argue that the black doesn't have culture because it's not as let me use the word intense.
Right.
It's not as intense as the one back home.
Right. No,
it's not as intense as one back home. So they feel like if you're not whipping your child, then you're not disciplined enough. Then come on, then you have no culture. No. The blacks would love to do that, but because, like you rightly said, they moved into a system where whipping kids, trying to discipline them overly to the point of, where they get injured and all that is not accepted.
Right.
It's considered assault.
Right.
So
abuse.
Abuse.
Yes.
So the blacks couldn't continue to over discipline their kids because
the system doesn't.
The system doesn't allow it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's amazing when you look at, or when you're trying to think a little bit deeper, how much we're talking. We can start from the way we speak, or the way you eat your food. I mean, and then the funny part is there's a southern type of food, and then they have a different part of the country, different type of food, but still was able to create their own stuff, figure out, and then still to overcome to the point where everyone else, when we go to our Black American friends, and we eat their food, and they say, I like this one. It might not be spicy, but you it's like you taste it. And then if we go to our counterpart, the white people as well, you taste their food, and then it's this is so
bland.
So exactly. So yeah,
bland, and has a lot of cheese.
Exactly. And then when we go back home, then you see the similarities here and there.
Yeah.
You can tell this is ours. Maybe a little bit more spicy, maybe whatever. But the point, the factor that they were able to create their own and still overcome, and then influence all over the world.
Yeah,
literally all over. I mean, if you go anywhere, you see all kind of background people. They'll dress different. You think, I know this one. I know this stuff.
Yeah, it's familiar.
Maybe I saw it 2, 3, whatever, or even 10 years or 20 years or whatever. But it's like, I know this one, who I saw first, and I mean, it's just crazy to hear that, and especially again, and I'm not trying to make it this is crazy, but especially to hear from our fellow brother from,
Yeah, from
me,
Africa.
I was listening to this guy, I'm like, wow. Are you serious? He trying to be intellectual, but I'm like, dude, let's just go straight to the point.
Black Americans are not giving credit. Are not giving enough credit. Now, if you look at the statistics, this America, I mean, huge population, 360, 370 million thereabouts. You have 60% of Americans white, and then you have 14, 15 thereabout blacks. Now, the fact that despite being in the minority, that's the word, because if you have the whites being 60%, 59, 60%, and then you have the blacks being 14, 15%, and yet they're still able to try to they're still able to, to a large extent, influence, influence voting, influence, election outcomes, influence way of life, influence dressing, influence movies, influence music.
Right.
It's not easy. So now imagine if it was the other way around.
That's powerful.
If it was the other way around, if blacks were the 60%,
oh Lord,
and whites were the 15%,
it's over.
Maybe by then people would be like, oh, Black American culture exists. But if you hold 15% of the population and you're still able to, and your influence and your impact is being felt across sectors, business, industries, sports, food, music, fashion, everything.
Bro, sorry to interrupt you. Have you ever been, for anyone who play basketball or even if you play football, whatever the case, the fourth quarter, that's if someone is leading, they outscore you on the fourth quarter, it's it's over.
It's over.
So you said something about what if it black people, Black American would be 50%, 60%.
Which
vice versa.
Vice versa.
That would be third quarter it's over.
It's over.
We don't even get to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. Maybe even second quarter. I don't know. But guarantee we're not going to get to fourth quarter.
Exactly.
If that was a 60 to whatever, 15, 20%, it's over.
So you should take using only the figures safe, using just the statistics.
Right.
Should let any, let me not say sane person, any critical thinking person know that if you're in the minority, yet you're able to dominate sectors. Maybe not all sectors, but you're able to dominate some sectors, and in other sectors, you're able to like, you know, struggle and get in and be like, nah, man, we're in this together. You know, then they should get credit.
I know, right?
Yeah, they should get credit.
Yeah, that's big time. So one more question. So let's say, let me ask you, how's unique Black American culture?
The Black American culture
unique
is such that it's
no, it's a certain type of. Not, I want you to be specific. When you say Black American, okay, not just Black, so Black American.
Black American.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
The Black American culture is unique in different instances. Now, like I said, I was trying to make a point earlier that in different sectors, the Black Americans, when they go into a sector, for instance, you see that difference. You know, the uniqueness about Blacks is they try to their uniqueness. They try to be unique in the sense that if something is being played in such a certain way for so long, the Black American comes and try to dominate. You know. So the Black American, the uniqueness is such that it's noticeable. It's noticeable. The Black American, you know, does the thing in such a way that is flamboyant. You know, that's the word I'm looking for. Flamboyant. So if if let's say for instance. Someone goes somewhere and then, let's say for instance, let's take public speaking. The other races, you know, go, you know, speak and, you know, they just speak the English normally and all that. But the Black American, you know, does public speaking in such a way that it becomes an oratory.
Right.
You know, his voice is modulating. Now, catch the mind back to how unique MLK was, Martin Luther King.
Oh, yeah.
People have been speaking to the public. People have been addressing crowd before MLK.
Right.
But what made him different?
Man.
He was speaking with authority and boldness.
Right. And then the piece go high.
You know, he modulates.
Right.
Flamboyance.
Right.
You get. So if you, I'm trying to look for one word that encapsulates everything. The Black American, the typical Black American is flamboyant.
Right.
You know, confidence. You know, they want to do it. They want to take it. You know, top notch.
Right.
You know,
swag.
You know, swag extra. You know, they want to be extra about it.
Right.
So Martin Luther King, I have a dream. I have a dream. You could have said, I have a dream that America will be a place where there's no segregation. America will be a place, but I have a dream that one day.
Says, I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Right.
He tried to, from within, dominate.
Right.
Right. So now, that's public speaking now.
Right.
Let's now come to social life. Let's pick the club.
Right. Yeah.
the other people go to the club and they just be by the bar, get a drink and all that and just but the black person is there and is pronounced, is flamboyant.
Right.
So basically the uniqueness of blacks is they push it further. They try to be above the ordinary.
Right.
They try to be above the ordinary, and that's why you've seen black leaders in different sectors and how they change the game and how today they're still mentioned. Your Samuel L. Jackson. You've had plenty white action actors, and all that. But what made Samuel L. Jackson different? He does action, but then he's loud. That's his uniqueness. He's loud about it. He's not like he's not in a role and then he's all serious and then doing all that. Right. He's still doing it, with a bit of comedy, with a bit of he's loud about it. He's flamboyant. He wants his presence known and all that.
Yeah.
So the black American, even the food, our food as well is flamboyant. Right. Our food as well is telling. He announces itself in terms of the taste, in terms of the preparation, in terms of many things.
Right.
So basically, I think for blacks, if things are done like, let's say, 5 over 10, the black Americans try to push it, you're right. Get the most from it.
You're right. And since you mentioned about the leaders, this is crazy, but I remember I saw a clip, Obama. I mean, let's just be real. We're not trying to be pick and choose who's whatever, but look at Obama, the way he walks. I mean, the way he walks with his style.
It's personal.
And then another thing, can you imagine? And hey, listen, I'm not trying to critical to President Trump. I'm not a politician, but can you imagine President Trump will walk to the basketball court and shoot 3-point? Because we saw Obama, he just bouncing, whatever. They give him a passy, and then he said, "This is how I do." What did he say? This is how I do. Oh, this is what I do. No, this is what I do.
This is what I do.
Yeah, this is what
I do.
But bro, this dude, I mean, no warm up, no nothing. He had the slide, like his shirt, tuck in, belt out, whatever. He was walking, whatever. He went to say hello, and then they give him a pass, straight,
and they did 3-point.
I was like, come on, man, you can't get better than that.
So that's what I was saying about the uniqueness of the black person. The black person is naturally flamboyant, and not like we want to. It's more like inbuilt. It's more like inbuilt. Because the typical black person, what's in the blood is what else can go wrong. I've been thrown to the dogs, to be eaten alive,
and that still came through.
I've been asked to walk, in midst of fire. My teeth have been pulled out.
And came through.
Different things have happened to me. So the black person, grew up with that mindset, like, look,
I got nothing to lose.
I'm a daredevil.
Yeah, and I'm coming through. I'm coming
through. I'm a daredevil. Like, I've been there, done that. Been, through the worst times. So, hey, I might just well go on and live my life as I wish. And then if I die, I die. If I perish, I perish.
Right. It's more like I don't care. Yeah.
I don't care.
Man, this has been lovely talking about it. And in terms of, so obviously we disagree with other people, whether people talking about Black America doesn't have a culture. In our opinion, or my opinion and Brother Wale, we agree that Black America do have a culture, and their culture is powerful.
Yeah, it is.
It's powerful. We can talk about poetry. We can talk about music. Man, you said Samuel Jackson. Me, Denzel. Me, I'm Denzel. Denzel, man. Look, Denzel. He kills, man.
You get?
Yeah, Denzel. The way he the way he walked.
The way he walked.
The way he's, man, come on, man.
Flamboyance.
You can get better than that.
Flamboyance.
Exactly. I mean, he can, man, you put that, it's almost like, so, you know, like, there's some certain people when you play sports. So if we can say about soccer or even basketball, you can put them anywhere.
Yeah.
Or the player, like the midfield, when it comes to the soccer, some people, they can be forward, the
midfield,
the left
defense,
back, whatever. Same thing in the basketball, you can get, you know, whatever, someone like playmaker, or number, whatever the number. So, same thing, that's I'm looking like a Denzel. That dude, give him any kind of, unless he said, because he is who he is, he can say, I don't want to do that.
Very versatile.
But you put him anywhere.
Anywhere. He's an all-rounder. He's versatile, he's an all-rounder. And like I said, the blacks try to take it, a step further.
Right.
Because they know that, number one, first, we're in the minority.
Here we go.
So if out of 100, you are 14 or 15.
Gotta be a little extra.
You have to be a little extra to break in.
Your own, yeah.
And that's why, we have to give props to, to those that have really, put, the black Americans in that spotlight,
right.
In movies, sports, arts, entertainment, politics, activism, and all that. So you talk Tyler Perry. I mean, look at what he's doing with with black entertainment. You talk Tyler Perry, in politics. You talk Freddie Douglass. You talk. Of course, Obama. You talk in all aspects. I think, like I said, it's unfortunately, the black Americans are not given enough props.
Credit
for trying to dominate.
And after years,
and after
slaves, of 400 years, and they still
till today.
Even though they've been trying to kick down, and they still been coming in.
It's not easy, and that takes me to the point that I like to make, which is that I think today's youths, young niggas or whatever, basically should do away with trying to make the bread illegally, or trying to make the bread violently, or try to fight the system violently. You understand? Black Americans have gone, a long way. They've fought so much that what they need now is, people who can, go deep into the system, and take ownership, dominate. If after all these things, all this history, and the very evil things that the blacks have gone through, and what we are now getting is crime rates, and people trying to make the bread, in some form of way, and try to fight the system and all that. No, I think the blacks can carry on with where their ancestors, the grandfathers and grandparents left off by achieving more, succeeding more. Chase success. Get this bread legally. Because if now we're discussing black culture and how a people of 14% are making their impact felt across sectors,
across the
world, shaping narratives,
right?
Box office. Look at Black Panther. Till tomorrow, one of the greatest movie ever made, shattered box office records and all of that. We do not need people at this point that would draw us back.
Take it back to, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we are Africans, our background are Africans, but then there's no way we would not align, with the black people because, we all share the same skin.
Right.
Now, not taking away anything from the white people, I think, they're really smart and their population, they are using their population to a very large, very good advantage and all that. So I think the black Americans should at this point, achieve success legally. Write your names in gold in whatever areas, whatever sectors you have, rather than trying to own guns. And yeah, you can own guns and all that. I mean, it's your right and stuff, but don't stop spoiling the
sweat and tears for your
sweat and tears, of
the ancestors or the people.
You get, I mean that sometimes I've discussed with some black people and all that, and then sometimes, and funny enough, from my interactions with both young black people and old black people, some of them, still hold grudges and all that. Yeah. It's okay to hold grudges, because I mean things, some of the things done were unimaginable and all that, segregation, black people can't go to school, black people can't buy houses in some places and all that. But this is 2025, 2026 incoming. At this point now, what blacks should, focus on is getting into the system and dominating. Rather than, try to outdo other people about who owns the more guns or who can take out more ups and all that,
Right. Okay, I get it. So, personal, I think we're running out of the time now. So, what I like about our conversation is, first we agreed how much Black American about their culture and how powerful they are and how influenced they have been.
Despite being in a minority.
Yeah, despite being a minority. And despite being enslaved for 400 years, they're still able to overcome. And they're still able to influence. And this, I mean, everyone is copying them, whatever the case.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your background, your color, you still see and you still picking it. Almost like out of 10, you pick 8 or 9, whatever. So we have to salute for that. And to those who think Black America don't have a culture, I think, in my opinion, they're wrong.
Oh yeah, they're wrong.
Yeah, they're definitely wrong.
They're wrong.
But hey, we're gonna have to link up again, my brother Wale, and let's circle back. We can make this conversation continue.
Definitely.
And make even better than what it is now. But to our audience, all I can say, hey, again, it's all about love. And if you disagree with us, please, hey, put your comment. Give us your opinion, because at the end of the day, we don't know. We're not saying we are the specialists of whatever the topic we've been talking about. But if you think we're wrong, or you can correct us or educate us, hey, salute anytime. All love. Remember, anything we do with love. We don't hate no one. We don't do it with no hate. It's all about love.
Then one more point, please, before we wrap up.
Please.
Yeah. So this is like an advice,
right? Please.
I think the Black Americans should, show more interest in politics, in governance, in elective positions,
okay,
in community service, and in government.
Amen.
Power is not passed. You fight for it.
You have to fight for it, yeah.
Fight for it legally. Please, legally. No guns, no with guns and all that. Fight for it legally. Now, just on a quick one. Now, the current Congress, out of about 100 senators, you have 5 blacks. And in the House of Representatives, out of about 435, 434 House of Rep members, you have just about 60, 62 blacks. Now, I would expect that at this point, the number should be higher. Although the current Congress has the highest rate of blacks, ever, But I think that if Black Americans show more interest, unfortunately, people like us now, we can't show interest now because we are not eligible for to be voted for now or something.
Right.
But I think for those who can. For those, I just want to encourage them to be more actively involved. I don't care whether you join Republicans or the party or you join the Democratic Party, but get more involved in politics, in governance, so that with that you can fight more.
And get more access to a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Amen. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Anyway, don't forget to follow me on social media, Loogie Podcast, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Again, it's all about love. Salute. Wale.
Salute, brother.
Appreciate, brother. All day, every day, my
every
brother.
day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.